For joining us on the Tuesday edition of TVC Breakfast. I'm Veronica Dan Igboy. Joining me this morning is Ibrahim Shita. Ibrahim.
Good morning to you, Veronica.
It's a good morning, Tuesday morning, cool, calm. Well, the hustle and bustle hasn't started yet, but we're here this morning.
Even though some places are already grounded down, and then, we don't know, just the NLC protesting and all of that.
Well, we'll even be looking into that. That's part of what we'll be talking about this morning. And then we're also going to look at Africa and how we can advance economically. There are conversations here and there with regards to our advancement economically. And then the matter of Rivers crisis, developments coming out of Rivers State. It's like one day, I wouldn't say one trouble, but one interesting thing happening there. But first of all, let's begin with the developments with NLC and the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, where it was a total disruption of activities at the offices of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission across Nigeria, as the organized labor and its civil society allies on Monday picketed their offices, calling for the immediate reversal of the recent hike in electricity tariff. We have details in this report.
On May 1st, the labor movement handed down a one-week deadline to the government to revert to the old price of electricity. But government responded with a reduction from 226 naira to 206 naira per kilowatt of electricity. Not satisfied, labor and the civil society organizations embarked on this picketing exercise they believe will force the authorities to return to status quo. They call on the government to disband the categorization of electricity users to avoid discrimination against the citizens.
300% tariff without increasing their salary with just 1%. Where is it done? My workers are now facing threats all over.
When I remember that I'm in powerhouse and there is no light, water run away my eyes. When I remember I cannot buy bread for my children, oh, water run away my eyes.
The Nigerian constitution is clear, so that we provide equal rights for equal citizens. The PS, your ministry has no right in supporting apartheid in Nigeria, where some people will get 20 hours and some people will get 2 hours.
The Minister of Power, represented by the Permanent Secretary, is on hand to receive the protesting workers. He assures the workers of government's readiness to engage them on a round table and resolve all grey areas in the recent rise in electricity tariff.
We have listened to the cries and woes of all Nigerians, and we are going back to the drawing board with the regulator, with the NLC, to look at it and see how best to be able to address.
From the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission to the Transmission Company of Nigeria, the message carried by the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress is one and the same, and that is that the authorities should reverse the recent hike in the price of electricity. The protesting team moved to the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, AEDC, where the same message was passed. Labour and the civil society partners say they will continue with the picketing until government reverses the new electricity price and allow a stakeholders meeting where decisions reached will be collective. Jokeyatsa, TVC News, Abuja.
That's organized labor there picketing the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission's office, and they in turn, that's the commission, they're saying that they will meet with those who are responsible, every person meant to have a conversation with to address this matter of the hiking price. If there will be a reversal, it's left to be seen, but Labour is saying that they are not giving up this protest or picketing until government heeds to their demands of reversing the hike in the price of electricity tariff. Recall that the Commission had come up with different bands, Band A, Band B, Band C, Band D, Band E, and the
no
rest.
bands.
And the bandless.
The bandless or the bandits. No, who are the bandits? I think.
No, they are the bandless.
No, there are some that people refer to as bandits. I think the band A.
It should be the bandits because of the amount they are paying. Even they are complaining as it is, and some persons,
Right.
you know, were moved to band B as it is. Some persons were removed from band A to band E. I remember one of the stories there, and they said that Obasanjo's farm was moved from band A to band E as it is.
Kill all the chicken. And kill all the cow.
But this matter of electricity tariff is a major concern for a majority of Nigerians. In fact, all Nigerians, because it affects every one of us.
That's right.
The increment as it is, over 200% as it is, and we know what the situation is economically. The question Nigerians are asking, how much more are we going to tighten our belts, because they are the last button or hole as it is right now. So where are they going to tighten any longer?
Right. It's something that, you know, it's more like something, maybe we've bitten up more than what we can chew as regards the electricity thingy. Because one thing is, when you say you're increasing tariff and then you take it to 225, and then you say, okay, fine, no more 225, we'll slash it down to 206.8 or thereabout. It's still just like, you know, birds of a feather. It's just, you know,
scratching the surface.
There is no difference between it's just like 5 and 6, you know, or 6 and half a dozen. So let us see. This is something that belongs to entire Nigeria. And if you are now giving or issuing discriminatory, you know, pricing, it's more like saying, okay, some people worth more than the others. It's supposed to be, you know, cut across. Whatever problem we are having, we've talked about cement, we've talked about, okay, the electricity infrastructure and all of that. They should think of the policy that will benefit the, you know, entire mankind. And we need this electricity to boost the energy sector, to boost the infrastructure sector, the economy, and also reawaken so many, you know, moribund industries that we have in this country. And if investors do not see this, you know, on ground, definitely they find it very difficult to come back to Nigeria to come into Nigeria to invest. So I feel what the NLC is doing is within their rights. They're fighting the cause of the workers and also the people. But what exactly do you think will happen at the end of the day? Because I really do not know. The court said that, you know, that's that they already give that is it injunction or, you know, ex parte order that that should not they should not implement that.
Yes.
Then we've seen IKEDC, we've seen some other discos who are already
going ahead
implementing, you know, this whether it's a flagrant disabuse of court order or not, it remains to be seen.
Absolutely. Well, NLC and NERC have said that NERC had said that they will meet with the stakeholders in question to have conversation. And I think that it's important we begin to look into, if we are increasing these prices, how does that translate to efficiency?
That's right.
For the customers, consumers, as it is to businesses? Because if you are asking me to pay more and I'm not seeing
getting the power supply,
then what's the essence of paying so much? We still have infrastructural debt in that sector that has to be addressed, but so much has to be done and communicated.
No one is not even saying don't increase the power supply, but we need to get the power. And if we don't get the power, there's no